Hello and welcome to the Daily Meal for Monday, the 1st of November 2021. Lot to go through today, so let's start with this from Gary Rowett. He wants VAR in the Championship. This is from LondonNewsOnline.co.uk. It says Gary Rowett would like to see a version of VAR brought into at Championship level, with the Millwall boss adamant his side would deny a clear penalty in Saturday's 1-0 loss at Huddersfield Town. Referee Jeff Eltringham did not penalise Avery Toffolo after the former Lions loanee appeared to clearly handle Ryan Leonard's goal-bound shot. Mill's bench have access to a monitor which plays back any segment of the action, and Rowett struggled to see why officials are not being given a better opportunity to get key calls correct. He said, "Every league is so important, but this is a league where people are trying to get that golden ticket of the Premier League. You're talking about that being worth about 150 million. You want as many decisions right as possible. Goal line technology was fabulous because no one ever argues about that anymore. It's either over or it's not. What makes it even more frustrating not having VAR in the Championship is that most of us have monitors anyway. You don't always get the best view or angle, but you can see something a little bit clearer than the officials at the time. That adds a lot to the frustration. That was all my frustration was on Saturday. The referee and officials said it wasn't a penalty. But I said, don't forget that we get the opportunity to watch it again. I know you don't get that. It makes it difficult for them. Surely there is a cheaper option of VAR. You don't need people sat in Stockley Park, but maybe the refs need to have the opportunity to see a replay of the incident. I'll be a big advocate for that. Ideally, you do it all the way through the Football League, but if you can't, maybe the Championship is the first one, and then as the finances allow, it filters down year on year. We all just want a fair decision. If that is interpreted differently between managers and referees, then so be it, but at least the ref gets a chance, and he's going to get clear ones more right than wrong." So, Gary Rowett seems very, very upset he didn't get that 1-1 draw he was hoping for. And now he's calling for VAR because they denied him a draw. So there you have it. So let's move on now to this from millfc.co.uk, and they've got a couple of things for kids going, well, kids and young people. This one is for the kids. Experience a match day at the Den. So they've got this thing going on. So why not join Millwall Community Trust for a match day experience at the Den? Why not? This offer is available for Sky Bet Championship games this season. The day will start at midday with registration, followed by 90 minutes of quality coaching for children for MCT coaches at the Lions Centre. So that's the indoor sports hall that's next to the Lions store, near the away end, but there is a fence there, so don't worry about that. This will include fun games and small-sided matches. The children will then have a football-themed meal, probably chicken nuggets shaped like footballs. I don't know, meatballs. What's the football-themed meal? Followed by the giving of a complimentary matchday program before they make their way into the stadium to watch the match. The day is available to a maximum of 25 children plus 5 free tickets for accompanying adults if the maximum number of children attend. For some games there may be more tickets available. The cost of the day is £25 per child with a 5-to-1 child-adult ratio. And if you're interested in that, contact the person's details listed there. So, 25 quid. I guess, I don't know if you have to be there with the kids. You drop them off and then go away and come back. And if they're in a little group together on their own and they go in and watch the match on their own, the whole group of them, and then you match up with them at the end. I don't know, but see, maybe just contact them for more information. See, that seems a bit of a steal. 25 quid. You drop your kid off at 12 o'clock midday, they get 3 hours of playing with other kids, playing football games, and they get free food, they get a free program, and then they get a ticket to the match, or they get to watch the match. That sounds pretty decent, no? Don't know. So not many people seen this page, only 25 views, so I thought I would show you guys. Maybe it's something you're interested in, maybe it's something someone you know is interested in, and you might want to let them know about that. So there you go. And also now for not quite kids but younger adults, you would probably call them. Millwall Football Club and the Bacons College launched post-16 football academy. Millwall Community Trust and Bacons College Football Academy, and there's a graphic there. They've got trial dates. Now this is interesting. What's happening here? So right, okay. I didn't realise that before. Why they posted this today? So they posted this today. But then you look in the graphic and the trial dates are last week. Fantastic. That's brilliant, that is, isn't it? Was it supposed to be posted last Monday? They messed it up. So I don't know if it's probably too late. But so I was going to read this all out, but now that the trial dates are in the past, I don't think I'm going to bother, because there's no fucking point. Oh, hang on, there are future trial dates. Contact himself for future there are future trial dates. Okay. Oh, well, damn. Why didn't they take like that? Cover that with a blue square then at the end there. That's a bit weird. So Millwall Football Club and Bacons College have put pen to paper in an exciting new programme aimed at developing footballers along with study and academic qualifications. The programme will run at Bacons College site, which, if you don't know, is in Rowett, and is aimed at post-16 male and female students. The academy programme is a mix of high-quality football coaching and training along with a bespoke academic pathway. Blah de blah de blah. A levels and BTECs. Quote from Sean Daly: "We are excited about the prospects of working with Bacons College and developing a post-16 educational football academy in the area, and it's great we can now offer A levels as part of our education provision." Ah, so they're offering A levels as well. So that will be, well, it's not through MCT, is it? They're doing it through Bacons. It's kind of like a joint venture. So it's like a class within Bacons that's separate. I imagine they'll do that football at Millwall, and then, well, Bacon's got a decent pitch. I think I think they have like an AstroTurf kind of pitch and floodlights and all that. Maybe they can do it there. So there you go. So these are the subjects you can do. So you train in football. But here's the thing: what I don't understand. I've read most of this already. So I've got these subjects, but then they don't tell you. Do you get a training in football? Do you get like a? Is there like a thing you can get in football? Like a BTEC, MVQ or something? I know you can get. You obviously need to get coaching stuff and sports science and things like that. But the way they've worded this, it just seems like you're doing an A level in one of these subjects listed here, and then you do football training as well. So it's like A levels but with extra PE. Because when you do your GCSEs, you drop PE unless you're taking it as a GCSE. So there's literally, you don't do any of that stuff. So maybe it's just A levels with extra PE. But then why can't you just... Surely if you're any good, you would already be doing football somewhere else. I don't understand this thing. Especially as they're saying you have to be decent at football because there's a playing trial. I don't know, maybe. I don't know. But I thought I'd just share this with you. So professional coaching 4 days a week. National recognised qualifications, but it doesn't say in football. That might be the A levels and the BTECs. Yeah, it just seems like maybe it's a way to get maybe kids who aren't brain boxes and don't want to stay on and do A levels. But if you're gonna say, oh, you can play football and then get A levels at the same time, maybe they'll stay on and do it. Maybe it's that kind of thing. I don't know. Maybe you need a bit more information now. There's a lot of words here, but oh, hang on here. Okay. The football-related element of the program will help develop students' leadership and coaching skills, as well as increasing their knowledge of sports injury management and many other subject areas related to the sport, and get the gaining of a professional coaching qualification. So there you go. There is a professional coaching qualification and an A level. So there you go. That kind of makes a bit more sense now. I imagine that's what that one is there. C-Tech, is that C-Tech BE? Is that what that is? I don't know. If you're interested, contact Tim Sells at that email for future trial dates, because you do need a trial and you need to pass your footballing trial to be accepted into this class. So there you go. Yeah, so there's a couple of things from the Millwall Community Trust, what they're getting up to. So now we're going to move on to a match preview, because we're back on a Tuesday game. And I don't know if you so the game tomorrow, it is on iFollow. You can buy a match pass if you want to talk to yourself and waste £10 to see us. Will we actually turn up today and try and score some goals, or what do you think? I don't know. And I believe that it may very well be on the red button. Yes, it is. It's on the Sky Sports app, and it's on the Sky Sports red button. So there is that as well. So you have two options there to actually physically watch the game, because of course that they've gone back to the old iFollow midweek matches that you can watch. So how do we get on when we play Reading at the Den? So Reading are one of our oldest rivals. We've played them many times. They were back with us in the Division 3 South days, and going all the way back to the 1920s. So the first Millwall versus Reading game, 1921. We joined the Football League in 1920, so there you go. For the first season that we were there, we won 2-0. And as you'll see as I scroll down, a lot of wins for us at home, not many losses, not a lot of red on this board. One in 1925, 1935, 1936, both in December. 1951, then the next one, and then a sea of being undefeated from 1951 to 1981. 13 games undefeated at the Den against Reading in 1951 to 1981. One defeat in 1981, then another strong stretch of not losing at home to Reading. And then what happens to Reading? Well, they kind of got good, because John Majeski took them over, steered them into the Premier League, bought them a new ground, generally improved them somewhat. And during the 2000s, early 2000s, they came to the Den and spanked our asses quite often. You can see from 2003 to 2014, 7 games and 5 defeats. They were transformed by Majeski. He improved them considerably, and since he's left, they are back to not doing that well at the Den. 2015, a draw, 0-0. I'm sure Gary Rowett would love that tomorrow. 2017, we won 2-1. 2018, Boxing Day, won 1-0. January 2020, won 2-0. And the last result at the Den was in November 2020, almost a year, 1-1 draw. So not a lot of red, except for that spell when they were very good under Majeski. And since he left, gone back to normal, reverted back to the norm. So there you can say, over the years, not a lot of defeats until we get to that period in the early 2000s. So historically, we seem to be expected to win tomorrow's game. So, what does David Pratt predict? Every week I bring you David Pratt's prediction from SkySports.com. And what's he got to say? What's he saying today? Oh yeah, there's Neil Warnock. Now, Neil Warnock in this game, a little note. He will be the longest serving manager if he's still alive, no offence, tomorrow night when he takes charge of that game. He will be the player who's managed most games than any other manager in English history. Anyway, moving on from that. Where are we? We're right at the bottom again. Jesus. So here we go. Oh, okay. Millwall 2, Reading 0. So you reckon we're going to win 2-0? So surely we're going to have at least 2 shots on target. Fantastic. That'll be amazing to watch, that will. 2 shots on target. Fantastic. That'll be a real treat. Moving on now to this one. WhoScored.com. So last 6 matches at the Den. You can see here. So 3 wins for Millwall, 2 draws, only 1 win for Reading. But when you look at the goals, 6 goals for Millwall, 5 goals for Reading, 11 cards for both teams, 1 red card for us and 2 red cards for them, both in the same game, Boxing Day game. Which is funny and weird, but there's not a lot in it when you average out over the 6 games. We lost heavily to them 2014. A couple of wins where we kept a clean sheet, and then a couple of draws. Pretty average. So match facts. There have been under 2.5 goals scored in 6 of Reading's last 7 games. Reading have lost their last 3 matches. Now, will it be 4? Is that a trend that will continue, or is it a trend that's due to be extinguished and overcome? Millwall will have seen under 2.5 goals in the last 3 home matches against Reading in all competitions. Yes. Reading have conceded at least 2 goals in their last 3 matches in the Championship. Wow. So they're not doing too well defensively. So it suggests that if they're not playing well defensively, that we should be playing 4-4-2. Thank you to Mike Bassett very much. Exactly. If a team can't defend, then surely you should attack. We will see. So what we got here. So here's the tables as it is. We're 12th now after our defeat. Still on the 21 points. 5, 6 and 4. 15 goals scored, 16 against. Look at Reading though. 20 goals scored, 26 against. But only 3 points behind us. But look at this. They won 6, drawn 1, lost 8. So it seems they are the absolute antithesis of what Gary Rowett hates in a football club. A team that tries to win football games and sometimes loses but rarely draws. Gary Rowett would hate to watch Reading play. Only 1 draw in 15 games. Nasty. Nasty, nasty. Why are they trying to win games and sometimes lose them? And scoring 20 goals as well. But they conceded 26. So here's 4-4-2, Mr. Gary Rowett. Let's fucking go at him, mate. Let's switch this to this. And let's switch this to this. So there you can see Reading's last away games. 2-0 loss to Blackburn, 1-0 win over Cardiff, 1-0 loss to Derby, 2-1 win at Fulham. So they are all over the shop. They've failed to score in 3 games against Huddersfield, Derby and Blackburn. But they've gone and beat Fulham 2-1. And beat Cardiff 1-0. So they kept a clean sheet there. They're crazily inconsistent. Whereas Millwall's home games, only 1 clean sheet against Bristol City. Failed to score against Luton. Failed to score against Leicester, but that was a Premier League team. Can't really count that, can we? Yeah. So there you go. Team characteristics. Let's long list there for Reading's weaknesses, isn't it? Defending against attacks down the wings. Are you watching Gary Rowett? Defending against skillful players. Do we have any of those? Protecting the lead. Stopping opponents from creating chances. Defending set pieces. Match forecast. So what do they think is going to happen? Millwall will be shown a high number of cards. Millwall will dominate in the air. Millwall will score from direct free kick, very likely. Millwall will control the game in the opposition's half. Interesting, okay. So, let's go back to... This is from whoscored.com as well. And you can see here, I don't know how accurate this is because this website isn't always 100%, but there is a long list of injured players for Reading. And some of them are quite good players. So match facts, I've told you about the match facts. Here comes a prediction. Millwall were on course for a point on their travels on Saturday. To Gary Rowett's delight, we were heading for that 0-0 draw he so desired and wanted to play for, before a late Jonathan Hogg goal sent the Lions packing empty-handed. That defeat against Huddersfield ended a run of back-to-back league wins. Reading forced Bournemouth goalkeeper Mark Travers into making just a single save on Saturday night, as they were beaten 2-0 at home by the league leaders. The Royals have now lost 3 league games in a row ahead of their midweek trip to London. And they predict Millwall are 1, Reading 0. So both Pratt and whoscored.com predicting wins for Millwall, a 2-0 and a 1-0. And it just depends, doesn't it? It just depends. Will Gary Rowett play? Will he play? Will he play?
4, fucking 2.
I don't know, Mike. We will see, but he fucking should. And if he doesn't, and we don't play well, fans ain't gonna be happy. But what do we think is gonna happen? What do we think is gonna happen? So Reading seem to be in a bit of trouble. They either absolutely spank teams, or they come off the worse for wear, as you see here in the form here. So they can lose 4-0 away at Huddersfield, but then the next away game go and win 2-1 at Fulham, who are absolutely amazing. So which Reading will turn up tomorrow? I think it's probably going to be the shit Reading. And I think... But I think Gary Rowett's still going to be fucking around. He seemed to be more upset that there's no VAR and that we didn't draw against Huddersfield. because he was playing for the draw and he really wanted it, and he should have been a penalty late on, and he only made an attacking change the exact moment after they scored, which was in the 82nd minute. And in the 83rd minute he brings Matt Smith on, and it's not fucking good enough. He plays Ryan Leonard at wing back. Man, there's nothing wrong with McNamara. He's not injured. He's just leaving him out. I don't know what the fuck's happened. Maybe he said something cheeky in the dressing room. I don't know what's happened. Yeah, something's not working, and we'll see how's Ojo reacting to being taken off on against Huddersfield. I imagine he's probably going to go back to a Phobie and probably Matt Smith if he does play two up front. Bradshaw got his 2 goals against Stoke. Then he played him against Huddersfield and put him in a shit situation where he's literally set it up where he wasn't going to do anything, which then gives him a justification to drop him for Benica Phobie, who's one of his buddies probably. So he signed him for Stoke when he was at Stoke, which I'm like, Phobie's a decent player, but you're saying you're going to give Bradshaw a chance because he's scores 2 in one game, and then in the next game you set the team up to fucking defend for a 0-0. How's he supposed to? He's like living on scraps up front, Bradshaw. There was nothing going on. Didn't even have a shot on target. The only shot on target was from Leonard, or maybe Wallace. 4 shots, 1 on target. 3 shots from Wallace, 1 shot from Leonard. That's all we had against Huddersfield. And it's not good enough. We'll see what happens. So it's a game on Saturday and then Tuesday. Will there be changes? I'm assuming there will be changes. He'll shuffle the pack. Will Murray Wallace come in? I'm pretty sure Phobie will come in. Will we see Mason Bennett involved? Maybe it'll be a Phobie and Mason Bennett up front. That might be interesting. And then maybe Malone dropped for Ojo to play left wing, Murray Wallace to play left back. Don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But if we play 5 at the back against Reading, then what the fuck is going on, Garrett? It's 4-4-2. So that's it. I think. Wow, did I get my prediction? Okay. I think it's gonna be 1-1. I think it's gonna be 1-1. Even though it's probably not in their nature to play for the draw, I think they probably will play for the draw. And it's in our nature to play for draws, and I imagine that's what'll happen. Reading, they're due another draw. They've only had 1 draw so far in 15. You'd imagine that it's time for them to draw the second. So I can see it being 1-1. Yeah, sad to say, and I think it's going to be more shit from Garrett. He'll probably start with 1 up front and 3-5-2 or whatever he calls his system. 3-4-1-2, 3-4-3-1-2, whatever it is. More fucking shit, not 4-4-2. And yeah, there you go. So I reckon it's going to be 1-1. And the rest of the video now is going to be Loanwatch. It's probably going to be about 15 minutes. If you're not interested in that, thank you for watching. But if you are, let's get into it. So I think we've got like 8 players out on loan now. I've got post-it notes everywhere trying to keep track of everything that's going on, and we're going to get into it. So this is from News at Den. This is their Loanwatch. Defender, 1 of 8 Lion players in action as he returns in Saints win. Hayden Muller made his first appearance since October the 2nd for St Johnstone as they won 1-0 at Dundee United in the Scottish Premiership on Saturday. Andy Crawford scored the only goal of the game. Muller played 81 minutes on the right side of the back three. The Saints are up to 9th and play St Mirren at home next Saturday. Now, I watched the highlights on Sports Scene, which is on BBC iPlayer. It's the Scottish match of the day. And I've got to say, that should have been 4-1 to Dundee. They were like, St Johnstone scored the first goal and they just sat back. So Hayden Muller had a lot of experience defending because they had to do a bloody lot of it. And that goalkeeper, he was like Superman, flying all over the goal. I don't know how they didn't score, but yeah. And let's get into that. Let's have a little look. So we've got the stats for Hayden Muller here. Scrolling down, you can see here, man of the match, Xander Clark, goalkeeper. I don't know how he's playing for them. I don't know if he's looking for a move in January, because that was out fucking standing the way he was playing. Seriously was. Yeah, brilliant. You can see here Hayden Muller, 7.52 rating. Now, where does that rank? The third best player for St Johnstone. 68 touches, which I think is the most. Let's have a little roll of that. Yeah, he had the most touches, and he didn't even play the whole game. 68 touches. There was one sticky moment. He tackled the player down by their right hand side. He tried to make some space to kind of probably kick the ball away while he was taking touches. Dundee United player took it back off of him, crossed it in, and the goalkeeper made absolutely no. Hayden Muller chased after him, brought him down, gave away a free kick, and from that free kick, the goalkeeper made an absolutely brilliant save that kept him in the game. Like, that could have been really bad for Hayden Muller if that would have went in from a set piece he gave away, but did not happen. Another moment where he's goalmouth scramble and he jumps in front of the ball and blocks a shot on goal. Absolutely brilliant. Very good from him. Let's get into this. I don't think he did much going forward. Yeah, he didn't do it. He's, apart from the first game, he did get involved in going up for headers and set pieces and stuff. Since then, they kind of told him to get back. He's the one who stays back, so he doesn't really do anything up front. Defensively, 3 tackles, a joint top, I think. Yeah, 3 tackles, 1 interception, 4 clearances. Not as much as Liam Gordon there. 2 block shots, gave a 1-1 foul. Passing wise, 40 passes, 62.5 accuracy. So not the best there, but long balls 9, 3 of them are accurate, so 33% on long balls. Not a bad game for him. 7.52 after being out for like a month, nearly a month. I don't know why he was out. I think he was just kind of dropped. He was on the bench a couple of times, unused substitute. So he comes back in, grabs his chance, lights it up. 7.52, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So going back to New Zealand Loanwatch, they move on to centre back Alex Mitchell. Played the full game as Leyton Orient thumped Hartlepool United 5-0 at home. Aaron Drinan scored a hat-trick, and former Millwall striker Harry Smith and Tom James were also on target. Kenny Jackett's side are 6th in the League 2 table. Orient host Ebbsfleet United in the FA Cup first round next Saturday. So let's have a look at how he got on. And again, Alex Mitchell got on this from WhoScored.com as well. So here you can see, I just want to show you this. Look at this, 10 out of 10. Hat-trick and 2 assists. 10 out of 10 for Harry Smith. Hit the crossbar, 1 goal and 1 assist. Fantastic. Kenny Jackett, eh? Would you have him back? He's had his day in the sun. He was alright in the League 1. He's doing brilliantly in League 2, but for the Championship, would we have him back? Probably win a few more games and we draw. I don't know about that. So moving back to Alex Mitchell, so 7.78. So there's some stiff competition for ratings in that Orient team. So where's he at? No, fifth best player for Leyton Orient, according to the stats. Whatever they mean. They might mean nothing, they might mean something. It's up to you to decide. 45 touches, not the most, but pretty decent amount of touches. Considering it's a 5-0 defeat for Hartlepool, so of course with no Hayden, no Tyler Borey, still injured, but he might be comes back soon. We'll get involved in that. Nothing going forward for Alex Mitchell. He was dispossessed and had a poor ball control once. Defensively though, 4 tackles, 3 interceptions, 2 clearances. Very nice, very nice. Passing wise for Alex Mitchell, 33 passes, 57.6 accuracy, 9 long balls, 5 accurate, 7.78. Fantastic from Alex Mitchell there. So going back to this one, Isaac Alofi couldn't help Sutton United avoid a third defeat in 4 games as they lost 1-0 at home to Walsall. The U's dropped to 9th in the League 2 table. They are away at Hazleheading in the first round of the FA Cup on Saturday. So how did Isaac Alofi get on? Let's have a look at this. This is also from WhoScored.com. So where is he at? So there he is. 6.01. That doesn't look like it's too good, but he only had 75 minutes on the pitch. Where are we at? He's, yeah, not too good. Ooh, just above the goalkeeper. So not a lot going on for Isaac Alofi, but he's one of these players. Look, he only had 13 touches. Is that touches? 13 touches of the ball. He's very much the kind of striker who gets on the end of things. And if there's nothing going on, he can't get on the end of it. So yeah, so if you don't get on the end of it, you can't get a rating. The player who replaced him, 75th minute, Donovan Wilson, got 6.09, so didn't do that much better than Isaac Alofi himself. Let's move on to offense. You assume he's got some things going on here. Let's do that. So Isaac Alofi, 1 shot, wasn't on target, 1 key pass, dispossessed once, 1 poor ball control. Moving on to defensively, did he do anything? 1 foul he gave away. Passing wise, 1 key pass, as they've said, 8 passes, 100% accurate. That's pretty good. But like I said, he's the apex player who gets on the end of balls forward. He's only had 8 passes in 75 minutes. So if Sutton United aren't doing anything in midfield, getting things forward, he's not going to do anything in the game. He's not a creative player. He's a finishing player. Like you can see, he no crosses and no long balls. He's the point man. He's the John Fashanu, or whatever you would say. Would you say John Fashanu? Probably not. What would you call? I don't know. But he's like the player who gets on the end of things. Fox in the box. Yeah, so moving back to the rest of the players who are in lower leagues, not covered by WhoScored.com, so they won't be represented. So in National League, defender Dan Moss got more senior minutes under his belt in Yeovil Town's 0-0 draw at Solihull Moors. So clean sheet for Dan Moss as he played for Yeovil Town. The Glovers are 15th in the table. They travel to Yate Town in the first round of the FA Cup next weekend. Jaden Davis made his second appearance for Kingsland Town as they lost 1-0 at Weymouth. Omar Musa scoring the only goal. That's also in the conference. Even Ian Culverhouse's side are 20th in the National League table and are in FA Cup action next weekend, hosting Walsall in the first round. I'm pretty sure that is on BBC One. Let's have a little look. Is it? I don't know. I'm pretty sure it is. Although I thought it was a 3 o'clock kickoff, and I don't know if they were allowed to do that anymore. doesn't say. I thought it was gonna. Yeah, I don't think it is. I thought it was on BBC. Maybe it's not then. Junior Tenzia was in a Dover Athletic side that lost 5-2 at home to Stockport County. Not going well for Dover Athletic, is it? Not really. So they're winless after 12 league games. Tough for Dover. They're bottom of the National League on -9 points. They are away to Southend in the league on Tuesday, so tomorrow. And in the National League South, 19-year-old defender Arthur Penny made his debut for Welling United in their 1-0 win at home to Billericay Town. Aaron Barnes scored for Welling, who are 13th in the table and are at Bath City in the league next Saturday. And Arthur Penny, I believe, he will probably be involved in Mill's under-23 game against Watford at the training ground tomorrow. They're playing Watford. I think it's 1:30 kickoff, might be 1 o'clock, and it's on the training ground, so it's Twitter updates only. Yeah, so because he's only on a youth loan, a month long, he can play for both teams, so he may be doing that. Yeah, so here we go. Penny makes win. This is from Millwall FC. I'm not going to go through all of this. Arthur Penny enjoyed a victory and a clean sheet on his Welling United debut as the Wings were 1-0 winners over Billericay Town. And then they go through all the things that we've already seen, but here's what they do, which I like. They list all the fixtures for the upcoming players, and you can see there. Yeah. Players in action there. Southend United versus Dover. Tomorrow. Interesting. So there are the games, and if you're local to any of them, you might want to watch some of them. Up to you. But maybe not this week. Maybe the week after, because that is the international break. So I'm sure a lot of these players will still be playing, while the Millwall team will not be. And if you want your football fix, why not watch a Millwall player playing for a team that is on loan for? Now we're going to end on this. One player missing from that list. Been missing for a couple of months now. Tyler Burry. He started on fire at Hartlepool United, scoring goals for fun. Absolutely amazing. This is from LondonNewsOnline.co.uk. Gary Rowett has described it as a bonus if Millwall winger Tyler Burry is back fit before Christmas. The 20-year-old was impressing on loan at Hartlepool United before a serious hamstring injury ruled him out at the start of September. Burry is due to resume his stint with the League Two club once he's given the green light by the Lions medical staff. But Rowett has made it clear that he's not set to be anytime soon. Tyler is rehabbing, said the Millwall manager. Originally, that was going to be around 12 weeks. It was quite a serious hamstring tear. Initially, we thought he may need surgery, but what they do is leave it for a couple of weeks, and if it's repairing quite nicely, then they leave it. I think now we're 4 or 5 weeks into that. I would imagine if he comes back before Christmas, it's a bonus. He's doing quite well and has been out on grass working, but like any hamstring injury, you can work quite comfortably. It's not until you get up to sprint speed that you start to really stress the muscle. He still has quite a way to go. So slowly for Tyler Burry coming back there. Doesn't want it blowing up again and ripping. Hopefully he's okay. But originally they said November, but so he's saying now if it's before the end of December, you're doing well. But his loan was due to end in January, I believe. So might not be going back to Hartlepool until maybe another club comes into him in January and he goes there instead. I don't know, but why would you do that? Surely you would go back to a club that you worked out and it was working out for you, like Isaac Loffey did with Sutton United. So anyway, so there you go, that's it. A massively long video today because we've got a game tomorrow. Remember, I think it's going to be 1-1. I hope it's not, but I'm sure there's going to be more fucking nonsense from Gary Rowett. I doubt he'll play two up front, even though Reading are really up against it, but we will see. I'm not looking forward to it, but who knows? I might be pleasantly surprised. Thank you for watching. If you got this far, you are amazing. Goodbye.